right. So today is the day. Man, this is gonna be okay. So we attempted this fight in the last episode and tried a few different tactics, but in the end we're just completely destroyed. That being said, I've tried this a few times on my own. I've tried grinding a little bit, so I'm at level 64 now, and I tried some different tactics, and I think I have something that, while completely ridiculous, is actually gonna maybe work properly. So maybe we'll see. I'm not gonna go crazy here and say it. I have tried it, and I actually managed to beat the fight with this method. And it didn't seem like it was too luck-based, but the strategy I've sort of come up with is definitely abnormal, for lack of a better word. So here's how it's going to work. I thought about and noticed how, both the merchant method that I tried near the end of last stream, as well as the original, standard apothecary method I've been doing, was that both, aimed to break Lucia pretty quickly, but then basically we could get to the second phase where we could sort of deal with less shield points, actually do damage with magic and break with magic since I'm Cyrus, and then from there do damage that way. The problem is that once we get her to that stage after the 30 initial shield points, she does magic-based attacks, which you can't dodge with Merchant Sidestep, and you really need high magical defense to defeat. But even then, so much damage happens just over the course of her moves that you're basically constantly healing yourself to try not die. And while the Merchant method would probably work with the proper hired helps and items and stuff, I don't know. We have 7 other paths to do. And yes, we will still be playing through the stories, but we've gotten a lot of the items just from visiting everywhere with Cyrus. He's sort of the front runner of the game. So what I've decided to do is something that requires a little less item spam, a little less money utilization, and instead uses patience pretty much. So I was thinking about how when we fought her the first time. Oh hey, Air, how's it going? Oh no. You should. I almost said you should kill it for XP, but that sounds horrible. Don't kill your cat. Anyway, I got distracted. When we did the merchant method of fighting Lucia, we sort of were relying on the blinds that we got from the dancers, using that to dodge attacks and sort of survive. However, one thing that I sort of didn't put as much thought into, that I'm now changing my mind about, is the fact that we can also poison her, and that does damage periodically. So my plan for fighting her is to switch back to Apothecary and utilize an ability we really haven't used that much at all. No, come back, please. I didn't mean it. So if we go to our job description, we have this move Empoison on Apothecary. So I'm actually going to use that to poison her during the beginning of, the sections at the beginning when I normally was just hitting her with the axe. I'm actually going to use Empoison and keep her poison and have poison damage go. Poison damage does about 840 damage per turn on her, and she has 84,000 health points. Do some math, we're doing 1% damage per poison. So my plan that I tried, and it worked, and it was good, is use Apothecary and as much elemental defense as possible to get the highest heals possible, and never even get past stage 1. Don't even try to break her. We're not even going to discover any of her weaknesses besides the one that we, see at the beginning with Study Foe, with Cyrus. we're just going to poison her and heal ourselves over and over again until she dies. This is why I call this the Cyrus patiently waits for Lucia to leave strategy. But it's good because with high elemental defense and healing, and with Apothecary specifically, we can heal and survive basically all the time. And another thing that we have at our disposal is this Patience, which randomly gives us intermediate turns to poison her. So I know it sounds stupid, and it will probably take a while, but I have faith that this is going to work. And if, like, we can treat everything, like, it's not perfect. There's going to be a lot of, like, thought process that goes into the way that the upcoming turns are, like, happening and deciding, because, like, since she moves twice, there's a chance that she hits us no times in between the end of the next turn and the beginning of our next move, versus she could hit us 4 times. And the most dangerous area to be is like slightly above our max HP with Saving Grace, because then we can't heal anymore. But I sort of estimate that we can take about 2,000 damage per hit, so I try to use that for math to make sure that we have enough health points coming up. We do have some jams to utilize if we need to, and we have some other stuff in that regard. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start this fight because it's going to take us a little bit. Okay, we don't need to watch the cutscene again. If you missed it, you can watch the last episode. Hi, Lucia. How's it going? Let's get this started. Okay, so we go second, or last in this upcoming moves. So definitely gonna just start with healing. Also, I have both an amulet for increasing my max health by 500, as well as the ability on Apothecary that increases my health by 500. So I have a total of 4,000 health. I basically have put all my focus in health and elemental defense, and I'm gonna just deal, I suppose. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Well, I can definitely start by poisoning her now. Hear that voice line? We're going to hear that quite frequently. So actually, this is a good example. We have 4 hits to take before we can move next, but I can't heal anymore since I'm already above max health. So I'm actually going to defend here. I haven't done this very often. Not only does this increase my physical defense slightly, it also moves me to move earlier in the upcoming turns. We can take some damage here and put us below our max. Also, one thing I noticed too while practicing some of this stuff is it seems like that Pulverize move, the move that takes our BP, happens it goes 3 regular turns and then a turn with Pulverize. 3 regular turns, a turn with Pulverize. So we can sort of keep track of that to know when to use our BP to its best potential, as opposed to just like hoping that we don't get hit by something super strong. Yeah, it's gonna be an experience for sure. Also, I have the thing that prevents unconsciousness, but since we're not going to phase 2, we don't have to worry about the silence or whatever that gets applied to us with her dark move, whatever it's called, because we'll never even get there. We're just going to be doing damage. Like, we're not going to break her shield at her. Also, I just realized Study Flow doesn't even work because she technically starts off with 1 shield point and no weaknesses, so we don't even get to learn anything about her, like in a casual playthrough. Okay. I can definitely take 2 hits. Let's go ahead and apply that. Yeah, health management is the key to surviving this. 3 hits, I think I can... So healing with 1 boost, I'm pretty sure gives me like 5,600 or something like that. And it's a slight range, but yeah, that was actually pretty close. I know my numbers, ish. Okay. I'm hoping for those clutch patience rolls to come through. Haven't really seen any of them yet. Okay. Actually, since I'm going first, I'm gonna just poison her here. Oh, this is a bad situation here. I have to take 4 hits, but so I actually am gonna use a jam here.
Let's try this.
glad I did that. Ah, dang, I didn't trick a pulverize very well. Okay. So my low health here. No, that's not what I meant to do at all! Okay. 5. We should be fine like this. That was stupid, though. I didn't mean to press A. That was dumb. We need to get into a good spot. Like, a lot of it's just going to be waiting for patience to kick in once, please. Like, that hasn't happened ever yet. Because pretty much every time it kicks in, we can either heal ourselves, or, at the very least, poison her with an intermediary turn. This is great. I'm surprised I'm getting nothing. No patience rolls. That's really bad luck. At least she used pulverize there. So we have 3 turns with BP, basically. As well as like without getting hit by her strongest move, which is another really important aspect.
What is the logical course of action?
Yes. I would love... I hope I have it... I equipped it, right? I showed it off. Like, I have it equipped. I know I do, right? I'm not going crazy. There we go. Thank you.
Are you feeling quite all right? What is the logical course of action?
Might as well use it all and heal basically to max. Oh, actually 2 max. I do so much healing. There we go. Here we go. This is what I was expecting a little bit of. Also, I'm really glad that, like, even on as a boss, poisoning works like this. I'm gonna defend again. Didn't have any BP anyway. Don't really care. That's a good position to be in.
What next?
I'm actually gonna just heal regular here. She just used pulverize. Keep some BP for possibly things coming up. Awesome. We can keep her poisoned.
Quite all right.
It's interesting because there were some like places I was grinding and there were just like random like strong enemies in certain like grinding locations that were immune to poison. So the fact that she's not is pretty surprising. I think some bosses are, but for the most part, like any debuffs and stuff that you can normally do apply to bosses for whatever reason. Okay. 5, 3 attacks. I should defend.
Think not.
This isn't going. She's not going to pulverize. I can heal for max next turn, and then she'll pulverize after I've used my BP. Another thing we want to kind of look for is if we can survive these like 4 attacks in a row, that puts us in a really good position. Because even though I can't see what's happening next turn, I can guarantee that there will be a max of 2 attacks between my upcoming turn and the one after that. That's another thing I really like about this game. Even though the strat is like dumb, there's still a lot of like forethought that goes into planning for. Yeah, there's pulverize. That goes into planning like the upcoming moves and everything. Like I have to choose when to survive. Let's see. She just used pulverize. I can safely do this, take a hit, and then do a boosted heal. Yeah. It's crazy. That's right. Take that 841 damage. I can take 2 hits.
Are you feeling quite
and I'll get a BP. Another thing that I can utilize is if I know that I'm not going to get hit by Pulverize or something, I can use a pomegranate to get my BP up and heal higher than I normally could with no BP. Oops, there's this again, actually. I'm gonna poison. Well, no, I'm actually gonna use a pomegranate.
Let's try this.
Give myself as high health as possible. Yeah, 900 is not a great place to be.
Allow me.
9,000 is much better, for sure. Okay, 7,000, 3 hits, I got this.
Are you feeling quite all right?
Don't have any BP anyway, and we get 3 more turns with Pulverize out of the question.
Are you feeling quite all right?
Are you feeling quite alright? Heal to 6,000? Set 8? Wow, okay. I always underestimate how much I can heal, which is honestly, I think, a good thing to do. Yeah, so I live close enough to my home that I can swing. I usually swing home during lunch. Basically, I came home and I immediately started trying stuff, and I came up with this, and then because I was thinking about it at work, and then I just sort of I managed to like beat the boss, and then I had to like go straight back. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Get poisoned a lot. I considered bringing one of the support skills that increases the length, like basically every time you inflict a status effect on like an enemy, it stays for a turn longer. But I decided against it. Just because having more health, I felt like in the long run was the most important way to go. Oh man, I wonder if that was my recording or something. Oh, it's not completely bad. I think this is, yeah. Next turn should be pulverized then regular attack, I think? If I'm keeping up with this correctly. So I might as well use my BP here. I see. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So now you can see we sort of have 9 is the max number of turns you can keep a status effect applied on someone. No, actually next turn might be pulverize, in which case 2,000, 6,000. If I defend here, I should be fine. I actually didn't mean to defend there. That's not what I meant to do at all. Oops. Okay. Definitely take... I don't want... She's going to use Pulverize. I'm going to run out of BP for sure. Yeah, this is sort of the most dangerous part. Like when I'm barely above my max, so I can't heal to above it. And since I'm going first in the next round, there's a chance that I'll be at no BP, and I can just use a jam if I need to. Maybe I miscounted the pulverize completely. I could have sworn I understood how that worked, but maybe I don't. With ×3, I can survive for easy. And now, okay, yeah, there we go. I miscounted it by 1. Another good thing that the Patience does is if I need intermediate turns to replenish my SP or something, like, I need to do that, like, keep that in mind as something that I need to keep up. Because it takes me 6 to poison, 4 for first aid, so, like, every 2 turns I'm using about 10. Yeah, I'll get one.
Are you feeling quite all right?
Oh, just like this, actually. This is a perfect time to use Plum.
Let's try this. An interesting dilemma.
The developers of VR Chat conduct hiring interviews in VR Chat. That's actually fantastic. I love that. Okay, she's not gonna use
Allow me.
freaking, what am I thinking of? Pulverize yet, so I'm safe. I think it's like, usually it's when I have 3 BP naturally that she uses it. So like here.
Allow me.
Yeah, attack and then pulverize, right? Oh, I was wrong again. I'm miscounting all this crap. Okay. I can take a hit. I can take 2 hits, yeah, for sure. Be poisoned.
Quite all right.
Are you feeling quite alright? There it is. Okay. Suppose I didn't have any anyway, so it was fine. I can take 2. Basically, I don't want to use my BP if I don't have to, so I can save it for a time when there's 4 of her in a row.
What is the logical course of action? Are you feeling quite all right?
They apparently do all their business meetings in VR Chat because they're all 100% remote. I mean, that's really cool, honestly. Yes, I should be fine to use
Are you
this.
feeling quite all right?
Strong. This would be impossible if I didn't have the thing for unconsciousness, just saying. Okay, something I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use a healing grape medium. That should put me right below my max health, or pretty close, and then I can be...
What is the logical course of action?
I'm pretty sure this will heal me to full.
Allow me.
Yeah. I don't know if it matters. I think she might be using Pulverize pretty soon. Next turn, actually. Don't know if she'll start with it, though.
Now, what next?
Swallow and Poison.
Quite all right.
That is pretty cool if, like, the technology you're working on... Oh, there it is, yeah. Allows you to, do stuff like that.
What next?
Well, I'm gonna use a pomegranate here, actually.
Let's try this.
Get my BP up just in case. For this situation, actually.
Allow me.
Oh, interesting. Huh. That's kind of cool. What if I don't have VR chat? I'm sorry, we can't work with you. Yeah.
Allow me.
Okay.
Dilemma.
Yeah, definitely. We can do some more poison here.
Quite all right.
There's Pulverize. Oh, that's great, actually. I'm right below my max health, so I can heal for more. Even a base heal does almost 4,000. Like, a base heal by itself protects me from 2 attacks, I'm pretty sure, assuming one of them isn't pulver. Actually, even if one is, I think it'll protect me from 2.
Now,
Okay, I move first next turn.
are you feeling quite all right?
The almost exclusive from the VR Chat community, so that might actually be a thing that they say. Huh. Who knew? I didn't.
Allow
For
me.
sure. Love being a max health. Okay.
An interesting dilemma. Are you feeling quite all right?
Okay. 5,000. Yeah,
Allow me.
I have to do like all this mental math like every turn. I wonder if there's a better like build with my equipment I could have done, including like just using the stuff I have now. I don't know if that's true, but there might be. Like,
Allow me.
I don't necessarily claim that this is the best build I could have possibly had for this particular thing that I'm trying to do.
Quite all right.
But yeah, I just figured, you know, like, this is actually the easiest one of her phases to survive, so I might as well just keep her in it, since I have complete control of when she goes to phase 2. It's not like it's like how low her health gets or anything, it's how low her shield points get. Let's see. Yeah, she won't be doing Pulverize right now. I think it's not the next turn, but the one after. It doesn't really matter, I'm gonna use them all here anyway.
Now,
Well, I'm gonna use 2 actually, because that'll still heal me to full.
allow me.
And just in case I'm wrong. Oh yeah, I was wrong actually. It's next turn. Although I think she might start with it. Nope. I'm pretty sure this is Pulverize, so I'm gonna actually do a boosted and poison, which I don't
Are you
normally
quite
do.
all right?
That'll do 4 normally, but it only will do 3. Yep, there we go. Alright.
What is the logical course of action? Allow me.
Unboosted. I can take 2 hits. Okay. And I get at least 2 more turns.
What next?
Finally, patience is coming in. I was worried that I forgot to... Yeah, I know, this is like, that's... Cyrus waits patiently for Lucia to be like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna go home then. It's gonna be hilarious too, because I'm not gonna inflict the last blow. She's gonna attack me, and then she'll take damage and just leave. Like, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, 2 hits, I can deal with this.
Are you
Yeah, because she won't use Pulverize now. She'll use it next turn. I think. Either that turn or the turn after. It might be the turn after. Oh. Either way, I need a heal now, so... Yeah, might as well. Might as well boost. That, yeah, when I was that low, it wouldn't have healed me all the way anyway. Yeah, this is Pulverize, isn't it? Nope, I was wrong! Okay, well, I'm not gonna have any BP next turn anyway. So, it's fine.
interesting?
Okay, I'm gonna defend though.
Not.
3/8 by man. I can take 2 hits.
Now, what next?
The boosted one. I can do... I would survive. I think I'll get 5,000. Yeah, I'm just barely below my max health. This should work. This should be fine. See, there's still strategy involved. It's not just stupid, mindless stuff. I promise I have to think about this. And then I get to go last, which is actually a good place to be. Because now I'm guaranteed... Yeah, even at her attacking twice next turn, I still...
Allow me.
Only have to endure 2 hits. And again, actually, wow.
Now,
I don't think she's... I think I have one more turn with Pulverize, I'm pretty sure.
are you
This, I think, is going to be just attack and wallop, or wallop and sweep. Let's see if I'm right. I was completely wrong. Oh, dear. Okay. See, it's fine, though. Like, we're still good. I'll get 1 BP.
allow me?
She'll hit me, and I can use the BP to heal. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Now, what next?
2. I'm actually gonna poison her.
Are you feeling
She'll hit me, then I'll have 2 boost points to heal to max in case of a 4 in a row. Close enough.
Now,
Ugh. Today's dev will create a format for NPC dialectors. Ooh, that sounds really fun, actually. And something you don't usually think about when designing a game, so it's good that you're 2 steps ahead, as it were. 4. I can't survive. Right? This will give me a 1 boost point. Okay.
now me.
Ugh. Getting a little low on poison. I could do with a and there's pulverize. Pulverize is like the hardest move to deal with. Since I have the thing that prevents you from becoming unconscious, like Wallop is just child's play. I'm gonna poison. Also, her name changed color, so we're definitely getting somewhere, actually. Okay. Depending on when I go is gonna determine how much I boost. It's gonna boost all the way.
Allow me.
I need to use Plum at some point soon. Or a Jam. Jam might be the better option. Depending on if I get patience or not, really. I'm gonna use a Gem here. It's a perfect time to, actually. Just a refreshing one. I'm not really worried about using the BP since, like, like I'm gonna be low on BP anyway.
What is the logical course of action? Are you feeling quite alright?
Okay. Are you feeling quite alright?
What is the logical course of action?
She just used Pulverize, so she's gonna do 6, 18, 6, 16. I feel like that meme with the woman with all the equations. I get a BP. I think I'll serve. Oh, gosh, I don't want to. I'm gonna defend. That's the safer option. I would have been fine. With just a base attack, I would have been fine. But better not to risk it. Oh, patience, awesome.
Logical course of action.
Yeah, poison.
Are you feeling quite alright?
I'm looking for other things I need to create. For example, I know that I'm going to want NPC characters to say different things different times. Yeah, like, you gotta make them say more than just one thing. My favorite experience I've had in RPGs is, like, I think Undertale does this really well, but there's a few games that do it, where you talk to someone, and normally you expect them to, like, oh, if I just talk to them again, they'll say the same thing, but when they say something, like, snarky, not necessarily snarky, but, like, surprise you with, like, different dialogue, that's always been, like, a, whoa. No, I need first aid. What am I doing? I do not want to poison right now. I would die. Yeah, I do not want to die this far in. Okay. Can take 2 hits.
Are you feeling quite alright?
Okay. 3, 5, 6. Yeah. And I go last. Going last, if you know you can survive, is actually like a great place to be. Like, I know that sounds weird, but it is. Awesome.
Interesting dilemma. Are you feeling quite alright?
I actually had an interesting experience. I don't know if you've ever played the game Okami, but that game actually, it has NPCs that will say different stuff if you talk to them multiple times, but it'll actually indicate to you in the overworld. Oh yeah, you know what I mean, right? Where there's the triangle above their head when they have more to say. I'm not saying you have to do that. I just thought that was an interesting like way for them to implement that. Oh, this is. I don't think she's going to use Pulverize at the beginning of next turn. If she does, I'll be really sad. I think she'll either use it at the end of next turn, or Yeah, I think she's gonna use it right now. So, perfect time to max my HP out. Oh, nope, I was wrong again. I need to stop calling this out, like when I'm like, oh yeah, she's totally gonna use Pulverize now. I'm never right.
What next? Are you feeling
Okay.
quite all right?
Are you feeling quite alright? She's like, no, you keep, like, this battle is literally just like Cyrus, like, poisoning her a little bit, like, every turn, and she's like, what are you doing? I thought you were gonna be, like, casting spells on me. Yeah, like, it makes sense for the game. I don't hate that feature at all. I just think that, 3,000, 3 hits, 1 does, yeah, okay. Ugh. Like, I thought it was good, but I'm just saying, like, it is almost more fun to just, like, happen across it, especially when it's, like, because all of those instances are basically required for story progression, even.
Allow me.
Like, usually they're required for story progression, I'm pretty sure.
Are you feeling quite all right?
Okay.
Now,
Great place to be. Just barely under max health, full enough BP. She'll use Pulverize in one of these hits, I'm sure she's going to. I just said I was going to stop calling it out, but that time I was right, so it's fine. And I'm going to do twice in one turn. And I'm below my max HP, that's great.
interesting dilemma.
Yes. Poison, go a BP, and if I need to use it, I can. I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna bother trying to... Yeah, I should never be in a situation where I have to get patience to win. I think there are a few cases when characters will say more without it popping up. That's possible. That game was great with dialogue and stuff too, and characters, so I wouldn't be surprised. The guy in the noodle shop in that one big city that I can't remember the name of. Oh, the Seian City. What a good game. She's running low on poison. I will definitely be able to take a hit, and I'll get 1 BP. Time to poison.
Are you feeling quite all right?
This is definitely not how this boss was supposed to be played, by the way. Oh, dang it. She did use Pulverize there. I was wrong.
Now, what next? Allow
I'm never wrong. 3 points below max. Perfect, actually.
Allow me.
Yeah, I owned it on Wii. I guess I still own it on Wii. But I actually bought the Switch version. It's a beautiful game. Like, it was, the thing is, it was beautiful on those older consoles, too. Like, the art was on point. Very good game. Maybe I'll play that sometime. I would love to play through Okami. Is there a challenge run of Okami you can think of? Oh, she's on red health.
Quite all right.
We're getting to the final stretch. You know, I did an all beats run both times I played, actually. Like played through the whole story. I've played it a few times, and I've only ever completed it twice. And just because I'm a completionist, like, crazy, insane person, I was like, I gotta get all the beats. Gotta get all the beats. I guess the first time I played through it, I beat the game, like, I saved before the arc, beat it. And then I actually went back up all the beats and beat it again on the same save file.
Are you
First.
feeling quite all right? Now,
Again.
what next? Are you feeling quite all right? And
3. Yes.
allow me.
Never expand the astral patch. Yeah, that's not too hard for the main story. There are, like, those bead gauntlets are, like, really hard. You can only use reflectors. Oh, that's evil. I liked reflectors much more the second time I played through it. Like, the first time I played through it, I hated them. I could not figure out how to utilize them properly. Where is it? Squeaky dog outside.
Now, Are you feeling quite all right?
Or, yeah, they're pretty good secondary, but by themselves they're not very good. That'd be interesting to... Maybe a no secondary weapons run would be interesting. I don't know.
Now, what next?
What move did she just use? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if you saw. Rosaries are really good. Glaives are okay. A little bit gimmicky, but good. Depending on... like, a lot of it, I guess, depends on what you're fighting, too. Also, I love how we're talking, like, I'm playing over this game. We're just talking about a completely different one. Okay. I don't think she's gonna pulverize. If she does, I got jam. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I was worried for a second, but you don't need to look for it in the clip anymore. I just wasn't sure if she used, like, just a regular attack or not. Because I don't think she ever uses pulverize in sequence with another ability move other than just attack. So, like, if I know she's used wallop or sweep, I know she's also not going to use pulverize in the same move. I could just be good and, like, keep track. But I've shown that I'm wrong about that, so... Yeah, this is going to be attack, then wallop, and then next turn, it'll be attack pulverize. And I'm not getting any BP anyway, so... I don't know when this is going to end, by the way. We gotta be close. Hi, Melissa, how's it going?
Now, what next?
Super fun to see you. We don't get any upgrades to health rates. Oh, that's sort of like a 3 heart run equivalent for Zelda or whatever. That'd be interesting. Huh, that would be kind of cool.
Allow me.
Oh man. This is gonna be attack sweep. Yes, I said that as it was happening. I'm gonna go last, and I can't heal. I'm gonna defend. It's not worth the... I'll definitely be below my max HP by the time it gets to that turn, so... And, yeah, wallop sweep. Then this is either going to be attack... I think this will be attack wallop, and then attack pulverize? I don't know for sure. I think this is attack wallop. I'm just gonna do a base one. Because I'll be below my max HP next turn. Aha! I was right. I actually called it. I'm under... After doing this for so long... Oh shoot, I need to apply poison at some point. She's running out. So this is gonna be attack pulverize. Max HP. Or just pulverize, I guess. I'm glad, like, me having BP doesn't heal her more or something like that. I figured this game would do something like that. Okay, perfect time. I can actually, poison her.
Are you feeling quite all right?
So the save on my first ever run of the game, 148 hours, and I got stuck because I didn't know what to do with the bridge that was raised. Some of the challenges in the game are pretty tricky, actually. I feel.
Allow me.
Because you get to that area before you actually have the ability to, like, solve the puzzle, too. Like, you get the fire ability later. Okay. Definitely in poison.
Are you feeling quite all right?
I'm working on killing it, Melissa. You're supposed to have a full party when you get to her normally. And you're not supposed to have to do this, but I am breaking the rules, as it were. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's good. I'm going to use poison.
Are you feeling quite all right?
And then I'm going to...
What is the logical course of action?
Will I survive? I'm just gonna use... I need SP anyway. I'm gonna use a gem. You can farm for gems. They're hard to farm, but you can farm them. Getting 3 back isn't gonna be that big of a deal, I don't think. No, not multiplayer. Just like you can have multiple people in your party, which I do not have, and this is the final one of the final bosses, depending on who you start with. But I'm supposed to have 3 other people on my turn, and I'm just me. Which means your attacks not only would be focused on other people, but also like I would just have way more abilities at my disposal to utilize to try and beat her. Okay, 3. I can deal with 3.
Are you feeling quite alright?
Come on, give me patience. Hey, sweet. When I was practicing this fight, I actually had a situation where I had patience. That sounds weird. Oh, this is low. 2 hits. Yeah, I'm fine.
Allow me.
I ended up having to use one of these dinky, like, there's some weird items in this game that you just get, and one of them, like, hurts you. I hurt myself on purpose so that I could put myself below my max HP so I could heal on my upcoming turn.
Allow me.
Dude, I remember on one of my subsequent playthroughs, like, I was fine through most of the game, and like even like the final few battles, like I didn't really struggle too much with. But fighting Waka, that was something else. She's not poisoned anymore. You know, no. I could probably just use like a soul stone or something at this point. I think she's really low health, but I don't want to risk it.
Allow me.
Don't be on pulverize. Okay, she's there next turn. Stop dying. I haven't even died yet today. I've died a few times before today.
Allow me.
Okay. I need patience to show up once. This is definitely like an attrition sort of thing that I'm dealing with here. Like, okay, here we go. Get poisoned. It's really convenient that the healer, like the main healer job I've been using, has a poison like option even. 3 or 2?
Allow me.
There we go. Okay. Come on, give me patience. Come on, do it. No!
What is the logical course of action?
I think this is polarized. Don't know for sure. Nope, next one is. Dang it. I mean, I still am not gonna have any. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, now I can poison at least.
Are you feeling quite alright?
Ugh. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Take my 0 BP.
What is the logical course of action?
Poison again.
Are you feeling quite alright?
Dude, this battle is so long.
Allow me.
Wallop. Is it gonna be wallop sweep? And then it's attack wallop and attack pulverize. There it is! She died! She died! Oh my gosh! She got bored. She left. Can you beat the entirety of Okami while you wait for Lucia to leave? Oh my gosh, it's over. We did it. The dumbest possible way. She literally just like was like, okay, I'm gonna head out. Oh. What a boss battle. I'm what, like 20 levels above the battle level recommended? Holy crap. We got one pomegranate. One pomegranate. One! That's it. She's like, I'm so bored.
There's so much more I must learn.
That's kind of interesting, because that's actually like the quote Cyrus usually says when he faints in battle. Like, I have so much to learn. And they were just talking about how similar that the two of them were.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, your devotion to the pursuit of knowledge is admirable. Unfortunately for you, you will not live to pass that on. We put a lot of poison into her. Goodbye, Lucia. Holy crap.
Oh.
From the far reaches of hell, at last I have the original, the book we've been looking for all this time. How many lives have been lost to the dark knowledge in these pages? But no, knowledge itself cannot be good or evil, only the hearts of those who would use it. I will use all the resources at my disposal to decipher this work for myself. And I will find the answer I seek, an answer of my very own. Yeah, the story's not quite done yet, even though we did beat her. Perhaps one of the tomes in the study I passed through might aid me in deciphering these glyphs. Yes, I should return. So there's a bunch of stuff that we have to study now. Scrutinize the archives in the ruins of Eld. Okay, first things first, I'm saving my game. Tenacious Genius Pancake Super Vinland? What is that? Hold on. Did you clip it? I want to look at this. I know you can't really hear it. There it is! She died! She died! Oh my gosh! She got bored. She literally does. She's like, okay, bye. Like, dude, that was a good feeling finishing that. I know it was probably really boring to watch. At least we got a chat, though, about Okami. At the very least. Wait, did I even save? I'm gonna save again just to make sure. Okay. Thank you for clipping that. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel very good. Can I go home for the day? Like, a mosquito, kill it. I hate mosquitoes. Okay. There's art. You know, I wasn't actually sure if there were still enemies here. Oh man. See, this is actually still a problem. I might die. Because I don't have any of the weak... Oh, I mean, I guess I have stat. I'm just going to try and run away. Oh, right. That never works on the first try. Okay. Let's look at some of these archives here. This is actually kind of cool. Yeah, we've done enough waiting. We're going to leave ourselves now. I got books to read. This is going to tell us a lot about actually the lore of the world and stuff, too, so this is pretty cool. Doing this first. At long last, I can begin to study the tomes in earnest. You obtained High Hornbergian Dictionary. Can that actually tell us, like, anything? Yes. Oh, it doesn't actually say anything, I don't think. Yeah. Darn. But with this, we can translate the books in the library, is sort of the idea. Oh no. Meanwhile, in chat, we have the much more vicious battle than the one I did against the mosquito. An ancient tome detailing how the 12 gods sealed away an unholy power beyond the edge of the world. So, if you remember the shrines we went to get the sub-jobs, and we found, like, I am Elfric, I am Alephin, like all those different gods, Those were the 12 gods, actually, that they're talking about here. And apparently there was some unholy power that they sealed away. Trial of the 12, Volume 7. It would appear that the 12 gods sealed off the power beyond the edge of the world, yes. Let's look here. In the pages of this tome, Forbidden Gold, the secrets banished by the gods are likened to a golden fruit, and an ominously worded warning is issued to any who would covet this forbidden power. The forbidden power of the gods has been likened to a golden fruit. And we got some more books. We can actually read, I think. I think I know what it is we're going to read. Maybe, if we... Actually, I think I might be able to beat these guys. Let's have actual combat, shall we?
What is the logical course of action?
I have really high elemental defense, so... Yes, attack me, sure, whatever. Yeah, we're pretty strong. Just not strong enough to endure attacks from... Goodbye. It's those giant, actually, that giant, like, golem thing that I ran from, that's the thing that can't be poisoned. That's stronger than Lucia. Confirmed, okay. Definitely want to save again. We're almost done. From the far reaches of hell, we're finally reading the book. A tome wherein it is writ in horrifying detail a forbidden right to bring back the unholy power sealed away beyond the edge of this world. So yeah, that power that the gods hid away, that's what Lucia sort of attempted to bring back. And we just were like, nope, we're going to poison you for an hour instead. Yes, I see. I do believe I have the knowledge I need to decipher the mural. And I have to go all the way back to the mural. Saving again. I know that it doesn't take that long. Leave me alone. Any encounter could be my last. I'm very fragile. Okay, what do we have here? Two of those things that aren't weak to anything. Also, I need to be careful. I'm running out of SP real fast. This is why you don't seal away power. Exactly. This always happens. Oh, we still have patience. Awesome. I'm gonna use plum. Let me eat a single plum. Oh no! Now they have increased magic defense. You know what? I'm gonna save my BP. I don't have to worry about it getting taken away from me anymore. Yeah, Kami's the same way, like, ooh, Orochi's power, let's just seal it away. Like, no, that's not how any of this works. You should know this by now.
Allow me.
Oh, dang it, they're just gonna do that. They're gonna do that over and over. Stop! You don't need that much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. You're buffed with magic attack and defense. Like, you're cool. Man, I'm so excited that these attacks only do 80 damage to me. Nothing has felt better. Okay. People are exploding. Okay, I get it. Fine, I'll heal when they're broken. Didn't want to do that, but whatever. Actually, you know what? Well, I don't even get to do my max lightning attack, because I just died.
a passing.
Also, I have so much job points on Cyrus. Hoo boy. Alright. Let's keep heading this way. Back to the mural. Actually, real quick, I'm going to equip... I'm going to switch out patience since I don't really need it anymore. Or I went too far down. Evasive maneuvers! Here we go. Oh, I have to, like, leave this entire room, don't I? There's no way I'm not encountering one other thing. Actually, not even if I'm very careful. I did it! Has the buzzing stopped? Okay. And here's the mural. The one we saw on the way in. Yeah, that's what the mural says, by the way. That's what the runes that make the picture, they just say death, doom, destruction over and over and over. And how lovely. That surprised me so much when I like first like did the scrutinize or whatever.
Now then.
Now let me think through all I've learned. What did the 12 gods do? They sealed power away beyond the edge of the world. They did not summon it. What forbidden power did the gods seal away? The power of life and death. We know this because of what Yvonne and Lucia have said. And that was what they read from the far reaches of hell. Indeed, the power of life and death. That is the forbidden secret held within these pages. Don't worry about it. Trial of the 12 tells us the tale of how the 12 gods sealed this power away. The author of Forbidden Gold compares this power to a golden fruit. Like a golden fruit, it calls out to and tempts the human heart. Into the pages of From the Far Reaches of Hell was this power sealed. These glyphs. Yes, I believe I can decipher them now. Death, 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 death. Death, 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 death. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Destruction, 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 destruction. I think we get I think we can safely assume this is a warning of sorts. A warning of the calamity that awaits us if the gate is opened and the forbidden unleashed. Were the mural and tome left behind as an invitation or a warning? Yeah, an invitation. You know, I've never actually picked the wrong answer because I've always been too scared. I don't want to have to go through this again, but on a normal playthrough, like another one, I should do that and see what it's like. Yes, the mural was left behind as a warning. I am sure of it.
Indeed.
Knowledge in and of itself is not inherently good or evil. It can, however, serve either purpose. All depends on the heart of he who would use it. Or she, in the case of Lucio. I choose to believe that whoever created this mural so many years ago believed the same. For the sake of our future, be not tempted by the darkness.
Indeed.
Yes, these dark secrets must never be allowed to be put into practice. The mere existence of this tome is a threat. Shall I destroy it and banish its baleful knowledge for all eternity?
Not exactly.
No. Destroying the tome would not banish the darkness that exists in the heart of man. And as long as that darkness exists, people will find a way to work evil. I must preserve this knowledge, that we might put it to use for good, not evil.
Thusly.
And yet, there is much more I must learn. I must decipher in full the contents of this tome and the murals in this place, and pass them on to those who would follow us. That one day, should we be threatened by forces from the far reaches of hell,
Yes.
our descendants will possess the knowledge needed to protect this realm. First, I must return to Atlasdom and file a report on what I have seen here. Then I must begin my analysis of the material I have collected. Yes, I'll be burning the midnight oil night after night, no doubt, and I can scarcely wait. He is so excited to do his homework. And that's Cyrus's story. Oh, here are the names of the voice actors, in case you're curious. At least of the main cast, which, by the way, it's hilarious because there's all these other travelers, and we didn't see them once. Man, that was insane. Like, it was kind of weird because it was the final boss, but it was like, the way that I killed her was like the most anticlimactic thing ever, I feel like. But that being said, it also still was like crazy because like, I had to, if I had really accidentally done one wrong, like I did defend once incorrectly, and that was like bad, like, and it was at least 100 turns because it's 1% of her health, 841, and there were a few turns where she wasn't poisoned, so it was like 105 turns of like having to think, which I mean, I guess makes sense for Cyrus, right? Like it wasn't just like, let's be as strong as we can. It was, let's think about this and just poison her over and over until she leaves and gets tired. But yeah, so some of the things I was looking up, actually, while looking into like the solo challenge and stuff, and doing research on where to farm things and stuff like that. Apparently, like this isn't like, I'm not the first one to do something like this, but it's agreed that Cyrus is one of the harder ones to do it with in general. Characters like people that have like are healer at their base job, not like with their sub job or anything, they generally do the best, I guess you could say, in a solo run like this. So, and also, since I've now gone through it once, all the subsequent ones are going to be quite a bit easier, since I'll already have a bunch of equipment and stuff, and I have the sub-jobs already. There's the Gideon fight. So these credits actually normally show all of the battles that you did, like, over the course of the game, including, like, battles from other stories. But since I've only done Cyrus, it's going to be, like, mostly black. But it is kind of cool to see ourselves fighting a lot of these bosses whenever they show up. But yeah, so Cyrus did like most of the heavy lifting with both items and equipment and stuff. So the other ones should be a lot easier than what we've had to deal with Cyrus. So I'm excited for that. What was I going to say? I have been wondering, I think I am going to do some stipulations on the rules, simply because, like, as it is now, like, the first 2 chapters of whatever character we do next are going to be, like, extremely easy, normally. So I think what I'm actually going to do for the rules of this challenge is I'm going to change them a little bit, in that for all Chapter 1 bosses, I'm not going to use a sub-job. I'm going to do just that character by themselves with no sub-job. And also what I want to do is I want, like, for equipment, if I don't want them to allow any stats like above a certain threshold, if that makes any sense. So like, I think for Chapter 1, like, no stats with like any like no weapons or gear with stats increases above 50, and then maybe for Chapter 2 it's like nothing above 100, and Chapter 3 it's nothing above like 200 or something like that. I don't know the exact specifics, but I think that's a little bit fair to keep some part of the challenge alive. All right, we had a proper... Are we going to see our final battle against Lucia, too, as, like, a little bloop of her just leaving. So, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. But one other thing I want to do today, even though we're going to be done with Cyrus for, like, quite a long time. He will come back at the very end, though, for the finale, because there is a finale to this game. Like, we're seeing the credits now, but there is a final boss thing, and we're actually going to be seeing a lot of our old characters again for that. So, that's cool. But one thing I want to do today is I want to pick which traveler we're going to be doing next, since we're finally finished with Cyrus. So, it's falling asleep because I'm not doing any interaction with it. Here we go. This is what I want. Hey, wow, it saved it actually. Cool. Here we go. It's not even us attacking. Have you heard that name before? Just out of curiosity, because you said that Ophelia sounded familiar, I think, or the person that said that she played Olivia, or Ophelia. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you've heard her in anything. I wish they listed, like, Lucia and stuff, too. I mean, I get why they didn't, because they're, like, super sub-characters, but it'd be interesting. Oh, that's cool. So the song that's playing now is actually called Cyrus's Motif. And it plays based on who you chose first. The music in this is really, really good. Yeah, definitely some of the darkest credit sequence we've seen ever, but you know. Hey, Division Executive, you. That's cool. And that was not Octopath Traveler. That was 1/8 of Octopath Traveler. Quite a bit more to come.
Professor!
Over here, Cyrus.
That stack of books seems to get bigger every time I see you.
Yes. Do you know who I am?
Twice again as many to have any hope of translating this ancient tome.
Huh. I feel like Skullgirl sounds familiar to me.
Twice as many?
Fascinating, is it not?
I love learning. He's literally addicted.
A traditional fairy tale from a certain region mentioned a gate of sorts.
A gate. This is actually important. So we'll learn a little bit more about this. Original fairy tale from a certain region mentioned a gate of sorts.
And I could not help but notice a parallel to the mural I found.
The mural also looked like some sort of gate thing.
I see. Hence these books on local folklore?
No, these are just for some light reading on the side.
Just so. Considering your subject from all possible angles is a fundamental principle of scholarly research. But I forget myself. Might I surmise that you've come here to inform me that it's time for class?
Imagine the students having to be like, teacher, professor, sir, you gotta come teach us.
You're late, Professor.
Yes, I understand, Mary.
Pray forgive me, Your Highness.
I've just been so caught up in reading. Here's an actual class of like 8 people instead of just Mary and Therese.
Very well then, my students. Let us begin. To quote the words of one Susanna Grotoff, author of Knowledge is Light. The pursuit of knowledge is a journey with no destination. As long as people live, there is always something to learn. And so we learn, we record, we speak. Points connect, thus forming our history, our agency, our identity.
Our very soul.
This world we live in is not for or of any one individual, and neither is knowledge.
This is actually some pretty good
And so
advice.
I write and speak of all that I learned. To plant seeds of knowledge that will be harvested by those who follow me.
Cool story, Cyrus.
To you who have found my writings, read well these words, that they may help you build a bridge to a brighter future.
All right. And there we go. I really love it. This game has these really cool like final screen like drawings for every main character story when you finish. So we get to see Therese taking care of Cyrus as he studies into the night. There we go. You have completed this traveler's tale. You can now freely remove them from your party. So that's actually another interesting thing that was never an issue. When you're playing through the game normally, the person you choose first is stuck in your party and can never leave until you actually beat their final chapter. So that's something that we never ran into, but it's actually really good that we're able to even do that at all so that we could do a solo run with someone else. So, all right. Woo! Well, that's Octopath Traveler, part 1 of 8. Now, real quick, what I want to do is I'm actually going to jarringly switch out of the game. And here we have a fun little wheel. This is a little different than what I did for when I chose the first one. The first one I just went to random.org. But here we have this slightly more entertaining thing. Let's put some music on so it doesn't sound so weird. Well, this is a good song. Okay. So we got Ophelia, the cleric, Tressa, the merchant, Alberic, the warrior, Primrose, the dancer, Alphen, the apothecary, Therion, the thief, and Honnet, the hunter. 7 come in, only 1 leaves. Welcome to Ostera's next top traveler. Okay. Let's go ahead and see who it's going to be. It even makes noise. Oh! Speaking of Ophelia, that's who we're going to be going with next. That's actually really good, because she's cleric by herself, and having a cleric, like someone with a healing ability at their base is going to be, I think, a lot easier. So we don't have to worry about constantly switching jobs, or always having healing as a sub job for us, as we did with Cyrus. So that'll be fun. Also, I was reading through doing because we never completed or even got close to finishing the super jobs or whatever that we tried. to get the super process for the secret set jobs. But I read somewhere that Ophelia and Tressa and Alphen and maybe one other person are like, and like the third was from a bit ago, but they were like the only ones that had been confirmed to even be able to do, like, for it to be possible to beat those bosses by themselves. So with Ophelia, we might take a look at doing that, because I mean, we will have that, at least for the sorcerer, we'll have that magic reflector ability just inherently, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'm excited to do Ophelia. Actually, I was kind of hoping we would get a healer for the next one, just so I can take a little bit of a break from heal. So that'll be fun. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, helping me out, dealing with and having the patience, as it were, as I went through this first chapter. So it was super fun, super challenging for sure. I was getting really frustrated for a lot. Exactly, keeping me awake, give me something interesting to talk about. But yes, I'm super stoked to start another one. So, and I'm also excited to have a weekend, or at least part of one, where I don't have to grind finally, since I can't. I guess I could grind Cyrus more, but whatever. Anyway, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time for another chapter 1 and having some sense of normalcy back for at least a little bit. So, see you then.